Yo, shalom, shalom. Call hello, yeah, how about Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahusha. Hey, first, before I get into what I'm gonna say, look at the grass. Beautiful. It's a change in season. That looks beautiful right there. That's our signs. That's on a small level, our signs and times. That's how we should be looking at the Bible. You know, we actually watching it and it looks beautiful. A month ago, this was all green. Now we're starting to turn. It's starting to phase out. And this is exactly what we're dealing with right now. What today is the No Kings protest. Bro, this is a big ass setup. Do you understand that? It's not hard to pay a man 10 bands, 15 bands, 20 bands to say, hey, we want you to set up this. This is a nobody. Nobody knows this guy. It's nothing for them to choose a man, a man that's already like a liberal or anti-liberal, whatever. It's nothing for them to see that and really, I mean, choose somebody like that and pay him to want to lead a tyrannical protest. Because at the end of the day, man, to be real, what the fuck? This is weird. That's weird. So it's nothing for them to pay. It's nothing for them to pay a man or a group of people. She could even be the Proud Boys. But listen, it's nothing for them to pay a man like that to cause something to happen. And this man that started this shit disappears. And now, because the plan is, of course, it's going to start off as a protest. But we know how this shit about to get. Because the people, this shit is strange to them, dictatorship. If you don't know what dictatorship is, I'm going to get into what the No Kings protest is about. But what is dictatorship? I say this a lot. I say this word a lot. Dictatorship is the same thing. Putin, Kim Jong-un, China president, Z dude. This is where they stay the president until they die. And other things too. This is what Trump is trying to do. And this is what he got people bagging him. Stephen Miller, JD Vance. He got all, and these are some racist ass Edomites, man. But who cares though? Let them. I be sitting here like I was reading a comment earlier about them storming the HBCU colleges, the black colleges. And you got Jake complaining. Like, this is how you know they're unknowledgeable. It's like, bro, listen to yourself. You're begging that they leave you alone about a college. Colleges are old educational slave houses, dude. That's what they are. Like, so like, why are you fighting to keep this? I heard a lady say, she said earlier, why don't y'all just leave us alone and let us rebuild our colleges? First of all, they don't think like that. It's not your college. They don't look at it like that. These are old slave houses, and they understand breeding houses, slave houses, education houses, however you want to look at it. That's where it started. Colleges. This is why you niggas think the way you think now. This is why our people think the way they think now, bro. It's because of colleges. Straight up, man. Making you do inhumane shit to be down with them. The first black the first black man that ever joined a fraternity. This nigga, they did him so bad, man. Those Edomite college kids, they did him so bad. At first, they let you on, you know, when they started transitioning, they let you join the college. And then that ain't enough for Jake. He want to join the fraternities now. Look what they got these niggas doing now. These are Greek fraternities. You don't hear about Hebrew fraternities, Arab fraternities. They're called Greek fraternities. Now the Arabs might take it and create the Arab thing where only Arabs can join. Yeah, they doing that, but it all starts with Greeks, Edomites, Europeans. But going back, dictatorship is a form of government where a single person or a small group holds absolute power. That's why DJT, that's why I call him King Trump already. That's what I call him, because he's moving like a king. And to be honest, I mean, when you look at me looking as a man, a worldly man, can you blame him? The nigga like, bro, hell no, this shit is weird. We allowing faggots and trannies and we allowing these niggas to take over. It need to be somebody that's hard body, that's gonna stand up. But guess what? They need somebody to cause they need protests, fights, brawls in cities so that they can issue martial law, so that they can do this dictatorship. He has to flex power. He has to create scenarios to flex power. So these protests, bro, these are people that don't even really believe this shit, that's setting this thing up. It's like putting your child on the training wheels. It's like if a child is already on a bike and with training wheels on it, the bike, it's not going to fall off. But guess what? You're still going to grab the handlebars and you're going to have your hand on their back and you're going to be pushing them, helping them get it started. And guess what you do? You let go. And they like, look, I'm riding the bike by myself, Dad. Look, I'm riding it by myself, Mom. That's what they doing. After the protests get cracking, you don't even see the person that started it. They're gone. It's like they never existed. Now this is a citizen's fault because that's who's protesting. That's who breaking in stores. That's who they do the same shit to Jake, man. They'll cause a protest to happen in a black community, and then they start throwing stuff and they start acting all irate, and then they move out the way and let Jake break in the stores and do all this stupid shit. So they can be like, look, these niggas is out of control. It's called order out of chaos. I've been saying this for years. And I got this from GMS. They've been saying it for all of the years. It's called order out of chaos. Problem, reaction, solution. This no king shit is a order out of chaos. That's what it is, man. It's order out of chaos. And we about to read what this no king's protest shit is in a second. But I'm gonna finish this. A dictatorship is a form of government where a single person or a small group holds absolute power with few to no constitutional limits. They trying to take that away right now. I think it's called habeas corpus, where there's no trial no more. They trying to take away you going to court. They trying to make it to where they can throw you in jail and leave you in there without no court. They don't have to have a reason. Imagine you a police pulling you over today, taking you to jail, and they said you punched him. The only way to see if that's right and to get justice is a court system. But what happens when they throw that court system out the window? Nigga, it's going to be nothing but unjustness. How they want it, rightfully so. So when you see people trying to, why don't you just leave us alone in America and let us build our stuff? Bro, you're not knowledgeable. You don't have no sense. You need to be praying to the Most High God. And I have to get this scripture before we move on. Job chapter 35. And I'm going to start at 9. It says, by reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. The oppressed is the government. It's like the oppressed is the people. The oppressions comes from the government. They cry out to the arm of the mighty, the same people that put them in a situation. Then it says, but none said, where is God my maker, who giveth songs in the night, who teaches us more than the beast of the earth, and maketh us wiser than the fowls of heaven. There they cry, but none giveth answer, because of the pride of evil men. Surely God will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. So, in a nutshell, you ain't even doing this shit right for God to come and help you. That's like my wife. If I'm with my wife and we getting robbed or we running and she's screaming another man's name, it's gonna make me not want to help her. It's like, who the fuck is Garcia? Who is he? Who is this? Who is Michael? You want her to cry out for you if you want her help. Or if she's swimming, let's use that. She's swimming and she get out to a deep end and she can't swim, or she get tired and she can't paddle no more. And she said, Michael, help me, Michael. But my name, DeBar. It's gonna be like, bro, who the fuck is Michael? And then you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna help you, but we're gonna figure out who Michael is. It's not like that with God. He's not gonna answer you. That's what we're reading. First off, who you calling on? You crying to them, the ones that did it to you? That's how God is looking at it. And that's why I said he will not hear vanity. Neither will the Almighty regard it. He's not even going to think about it. Look who you calling on. Look who you crying to. We don't need to be here, bro. We need to. This is a prison. You're trying to make comfortability in a prison. That's the same thing Jake is doing today. These niggas just do not caring about going to go do 10 to 15 to 20 years. They just don't care. They make prison seem like it's cool. Like straight up, man. So going back, dictatorship. It says, unlike monarchs who typically inherit power, modern dictators often seize it through force or manipulation. That's where you get the he's trying to issue the National Guard in 19 different states. That's why they going about it like this, because he's trying to set up dictatorship. Man, I don't think Trump getting out that office. He ain't getting out the office at all. I think the chariots is gonna come if he don't, croak first. He's the guy for the job. Straight up. And I'm telling you, Stephen Miller, JD Vance, bro, them niggas is they are filthy with racism. They are filthy with racism. Then it says, such as a military coup or the erosion of democratic institutions, power is maintained through coercion, repression, and the suppression of civil liberties. That's not what they own. They like, bro, we don't give a damn what y'all think y'all should have. In fact, we think y'all should be paying more for water. They said it should be a privilege to get water. That's what it says in the article, man. They said it should be a privilege. They said it should be a human. I forgot what they said, but they was going into how it should be a privilege to be able to inherit water, to be able to get water. Come on, man. These are the people we are comfortable with ruling over us, making the decisions for us. This is crazy, man. So I'm gonna read it. It says the No Kings protest. So like, yeah, the No Kings protest, also known internationally as No Dictators or No Tyrants protest, is a series of demonstrations, largely in the United States, against what the organizers describe as authoritarian policies of Donald Trump and corruption in his administration. Okay, so you got to ask this. What president wasn't, what president who that, come on, what president we can't attach this to? Corruption, dictatorship. What president? I thought that was his job, is to make decisions for the country. But if we talking about corruption, what president can't we attach this to? Even Obama, he made it, bro. Obama is the reason why faggots got a voice today. Why homosexual, the community, the alphabet community has a voice. It's because of Barack Obama. Bill Clinton, he set up the 3-strike rule. Hey, Andrew Jackson, 1829, Indian Removal Act. George Washington, bro, all these presidents had a hand in your downfall that's still activated today. Like straight up, man. What about the 3/5 compromise that all presidents swear to uphold that's in the Constitution? They swear to uphold the Constitution, and in the Constitution, Native Americans can't own anything, and slavery is abolished except if they decide to punish you, and 3/5 compromise, which is in the Constitution. Oh yeah, and they're trying to do away with the Constitution as of now. They're trying to suspend the Constitution. That's what Trump is doing when he's suspending, when he's shutting down the government. Ultimately, he's trying to suspend the Constitution because he feel like they're corrupted. Bro, this is all a fucking, bro, I'm telling you, it's all prophecy. We should not be against what's going on right now. Because even though it seemed like this is about to be hell on earth for us, being that, you know, what they, you know, these proud ass Trump supporters are getting more bold, bro, we should be happy because this nigga is going to make sure America falls right along with his followers. Look at what they're doing. They're not going to be successful, or they would have been successful already. It's a whole campaign behind what he got going on. Judges agree with him. Doctors agree with him. It's a lot of people that agrees with him, but here it is. They still can't get it. They can't get it going. Bro, it's not going to be 100% successful, but guess what? They're going to get exactly who they're supposed to get. That's a fact. Some for the glory of the Lord and the others for damnation. But they feel like there's a protest going on, and they feel like Trump is being corrupted. Bro, what president wasn't corrupted? Even Biden. Biden's first 3 months in office. Matter of fact, watch this. So it says on January, I'm reading this. So I'm just reading this. So, you know, if they take down our videos and shit like that, it's like, bro, how you taking down my video about something I'm reading that y'all put on Google? You know what I'm saying? But then we watch everybody else say whatever they want is because we're making the most sense. But I'm gonna read this. It says on January 2020, so like it 2021, his first day in office, President Joe Biden signed Executive Order 13988. So it's actually a number. So you can actually go view this right now. This is what he did. Preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender, identity, or sexual orientation. His first day in office, this is the bill he signed. Why wasn't there a No Kings protest then? I'm telling you, this Trump shit, this is a setup. They set somebody up to get these protests going because they want it to be chaos so that they can issue martial law so that he can have this dictatorship. And us, we should not, us Israelites, us believers, the church, we should not be against it. We get to watch. We get to watch. We get to watch the downfall of this place, man. Enjoy it. But I'm doing this lesson to say that protest is a setup, man. That shit is a setup. They falling right into them people plans. Going out there protesting, they saying that the people is tyrannical. Matter of fact, listen to this. This is what they saying, and they're using immigration to even come for the Negroes now. Now you gotta ask yourself, everything you about to hear JD Vance say, when did this happen? When? But listen, this is what was reported the other day. If you're not watching the news, we need to be watching.
Underway about the administration's deployment of the National Guard. It does come as NBC News is reporting that the administration has been seriously discussing invoking the Insurrection Act. That would give the president the power to direct federal troops to conduct law enforcement functions in the case of a national emergency. Is that the case? Are you seriously considering invoking the Insurrection Act?
Well, the president's looking at all of his options. Right now, he hasn't felt he needed to, but we have to remember, why are we talking about this, Kristen? Because crime has gotten out of control in our cities, because our ICE agents, the people who are enforcing our immigration laws.
You see that? Crime has gotten out, uncontrollable in our cities. Nigga, they're deeming protest the crimes. They say these people are uncontrollable. What are we going to do with them? Order out of chaos. Create a problem, let the people react, and then come up with a solution. Listen.
Have faced a 1,000% increase in violent attacks against them. We have people right now who are going out there, who are doing the job the president asked them to do, who are enforcing our immigration laws. They're being assaulted, they're being beaten, they're being shot at. The problem here is not the insurrection.
So the question is, where is this going on? Where? Where are people getting beaten and shot? I'm talking about ICE agents. Where? This is what they do. They're man, telling you, this is their MO. This is what they've been doing the whole time.
Or whether we actually invoke it or not, the problem is the fact that the entire media in this country, cheered on by a few far-left lunatics, have made it okay to tee off on American law enforcement. Yeah. We cannot accept that in the United States of America. We want everybody, black or white, rich or poor, to be safe in the United States.
See, that's the other thing, too. I was talking to the brother at work the other day when I first presented this video, and you notice, bro, it's always black and white because that's what it's all about. And they understand that. They just don't know why they hate us so much. They don't know, but they know they hate us. That's why they just black and white, black and white. It's not a black and white thing. Okay, so why the fuck are y'all putting troops in black communities then? This shit is just to pacify people.
States of America, but to do that, we have to empower our law enforcement agents.
Underway.
See that? In order to do that, they have to empower their law enforcement agencies. That's what their goal is, and they're going to do that with the Insurrection Act. If you don't know what that is, I will go over it, but I got to jump in this class. But the Insurrection Act is King Alfred plan. Google that, the King Alfred plan. That's what the Insurrection Act is. Concentration camps for Negroes, not Hispanics. They already got enough Hispanics out of here. Now they coming for Southern Kingdom. And it's going to get so intense. But this No Kings protest, this shit is a setup, man. It's a setup. And when you understand shit like this is a setup, then you will see their whole plan is to establish the new world order. The executive orders they're written. Now they need stuff to start happening so they can throw them in your face. So until then, I'll say shalom.